Good morning, everybody. How the heck y'all doing today? Yep, we're baling. And there's CP up ahead. I just kicked the bale out. We just walked into this 42-acre piece with the canola in it. Yesterday I showed you guys how it wasn't drying, but we had a pretty decent wind yesterday. And by golly, it's getting done today. So we never even made it. We didn't even go a quarter of the way around, basically, and we had a full 70-inch bale. So yeah, I'd say she's going to yield all right. So we just nicely got rocking and rolling here, and we'll see how the rest of the next, I'd say it's 42 acres. It's 9:30 in the morning, and I'd say by 1 o'clock-ish, maybe even 12 o'clock-ish, we should be done. The CP will definitely be done. That's a big, there's some heavy swaths here. Just doing the slightest little bit of weave, not a lot, but a little bit, to keep the outside edges of the bale filled up real nice. And there's another one. Let her tie off and hammer down for the next one. As CP gets going a little bit farther in front of me, I'd say she's probably running about 6.5, maybe. Yeah, well, I'll let you know as soon as we kick this bale out. How's that sound? Parts of the field is kind of rough, so I won't be able to bale too fast, but then other parts of it are pretty goddamn smooth, so we can clip right along. But I have to be careful I don't get going too quick, because I'll run CP over. How's that sound? We'll start off in gear number 9 at about 5.5 miles an hour. And then we'll bump her up like right now. Now if these balers, if the crop is really light and you're going, and it's all round balers. If the crop is really light and you're driving really slow, these round balers will actually shatter that crop more. Soft core not so much, but these hard cores definitely will. The more revolutions that baler has to make that bale and keep it tight, the more you'll lose on your leaf, the more it'll shatter it. So you want to clip along at a pretty good pace. So here I am at 6.5 mile an hour, and that's basically the speed that CP's going. And I can bump her up a little bit more because the baler's taking it in just fine. So now we're pumping the 8 mile an hour mark. And that seems to work just perfect. The only problem is I gotta stop right away. There it is, another one, just like that. And my twine never started. Oh, there it goes. That's the nice part about these, the little wheels in the corner on each side of the baler. if the twine don't start, you can actually, if that wheel's not turning, that means the twine's not rolling on it and it didn't start proper. Anyway, that's bale number 3 already, so I'm gonna keep on rocking and rolling, and we'll talk to y'all later. How's that for speed for you guys? Basically 10 mile an hour, just friggin' go. Mind you, on this side it's lighter, so I can go that fast. On the other side, I can't go that fast. It's a lot heavier. But CP's got a full round in front of me, so I gotta hammer down. I'll never catch her. Not when she's raking, she doesn't have to worry about stopping. That's the joy about this ordeal. You can start at the same time and she'll finish an hour before me, and the more the bales are, the longer it takes me to get done a field. We did have some tying issues where the string didn't want to flow worth a damn, but we got that rectified and everything seems to be okay now. So now we're just freaking hammer down, let her rock and roll. We'll talk to y'all later. And there goes CP. I'm not sure what she's laughing about. I have no idea. I think she did something bad, but I'm not sure. So now we got the ends all done, and now we're just on our back and forth rows, and 22 bales on this little 42-acre piece. And that was, we did 8 rounds, and we got, so when you rake them up, that's 4 opening rounds for us raked. We got 22 bales, so that ain't so bad. A friggin' 5 bales, just over 5 bales a round. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Anyway, boys and girls, we're gonna keep on rocking and rolling. I'll bring you guys back a little later. Talk to you then. Alrighty guys, well, we're still rocking and rolling here, but see that bale? That's what happens when you don't check to make sure your friggin' twine starts. I was just sitting there humming to the tunes on the radio, and the twine didn't start until the very end of the bale. So part of the bale never got tied off, and that's what happens. Otherwise, they'll look like that. And I've got another one where, for whatever reason, I had to kick it out. It didn't want to tie, and it jumped up to past 72 inches, and I smoked the clutch just a little tiny bit. So I ended up having to kick it out, and there's no twine on it at all. But these are some monster swaths, that's for sure. And that's another bale. And the twine is going on. We've been having issues with this side, but it's going on now. CP ran home because I was a dumbass and I didn't bring out extra twine, and I'm gonna run out, so she ran home to get more twine, and she'll be back here in a little bit to keep on raking, but I'll just keep baling single swaths. There we go. Last pass that CP had raked up is right there. So we'll get this one baled up, and then she said when I go to keep baling, if she's not back, to jump across all the way to the far side and work on those ones. So we'll get this one done, and who knows, maybe she'll be back, maybe she won't, hard to say. But the bales look really good, I have to say. I did test them, and they're testing from 14.3 to 16.9, so how much better can you get than that, right? Anyway, we'll talk to you all later. Alrighty, well, there she is. Bales, it's dusty. Bales, bales. Lots of bales out there. Buggered up bale. More bales. So this little 42, 43 acre piece gave us 67 bales. Yahoo! Can't complain with that. Okay, I'm gonna head her home, grab some more twine, grab a coffee, and then we're gonna go bale some oats. Some green feed oats. We'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty, boys and girls, here we are. We're out in that green feed field that we cut down there, boy, what has it been now, 4 days? 5 days? The opening rounds would be god darn near a week. So the landowner, because this is a crop share, the landowner said that he would be happy with 64-inch bales. So I downsized them. And that's where we're at now, 64-inch bales. He said 64 to 66, so you know what? That one's tying off. There, 66. We'll make them 66, what the hell. And the first bale is tying right now. CP saw her, she's up ahead of me. So, we're gonna make some bales out here. How's that sound? Anyway, it's actually a little bit on the too dry side. Wrong lever. But because of the pending weather, we're gonna try and get a bunch of this baled up. Too dry is better than too wet. How's that sound, right? So, anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go and we'll yammer at you all later. How about that? That's how many bales we made on the first round. Or better yet, the first 2 rounds. Don't ask me where CP is. Are you making 21 bales in the first round? Yeah, she's gonna pull away from me real quick, right? So she's out here somewhere, and I think she's pissed off at me because of the side hills. She's not liking it. How's that sound? And I can't say I blame her. There is a few steep ones out here. And yeah, she's not fond of side hills at all. But it would just take a lot longer for me to rake it and bale it all by myself. And with the pending weather that's coming, I'd never get it baled. And once there's 2 into 1, it gets rained on. That's a son of a bitch to get that much product baled off. Or dried off, I should say. Not baled off, but dried off. We're still baling at 6.8 on average. I could go quicker. I could go to 8. But I start off slow, so about 5. And then I build it up to 6, well, 5.5, I guess, is where I start. And then I build it up to 6.5 to 6.8. I could bump it up again, but shit, by the time I bump it up one more gear, I gotta friggin' stop to tie a bale. So might as well just leave her at 6.8. Anyway, we're gonna keep on trucking here, keep on baling. We'll catch y'all later. Alrighty guys, so the opening 5 rounds that I did before are now done, and we're well on our way into like 2 days later after I did those opening 5 rounds. CP and I came back and we finished cutting the rest of the field. We're up to 61 bales on 6 rounds, or 3 rounds, however you want to look at it. So I'm just gonna probe test these suckers. Well, I'd say that's dry. 14.5. Well, there we go. 17, 16, dropping, 16.6. I can live with that. $14.6. Can't complain with that. This one's going to be really dry. 14.6. There you go, 14.6. I guess we can keep on rocking and rolling. They're dry. They're almost too fucking dry as far as I'm concerned. I'd rather see about 18. Anyway, we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. I have no idea where CP is. She's out there in the hills somewhere. I don't know. I won't catch her, I know that. Talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, so we're done baling for now, possibly for this evening. Why are we done baling? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I blew the slip clutch up in the friggin' baler. That's why we're done baling. So we gotta go home, and we have 2 choices. So the old PTO shaft that we blew the universal joint, while the CV joint, we buggered the CV joint in the old PTO shaft last year, and I just got a whole complete brand new PTO with slip clutch assembly and everything. So we can take the slip clutch discs out of that old PTO shaft and put them in this one. Or we can hook up to the other baler and just come and bale. Now, the other baler makes a lot smaller bale. It don't make a bale this size. So we have 69 bales out here that are 66 inches. Now, if I come out with the other baler, so 66 inches is like 5.5 feet tall. The other baler is like basically 4'10" to 5 feet tall. That's a lot smaller bale. And the landowner was hoping to get 64 to 66 inch bales. And I can't really get a hold of him right now because he's at work. So I think we're going to try swapping out a PTO shaft. That's the plan. But the bales look good. If nothing else, the bales look good. Anyways, CP's bringing up the tail end. We're gonna leave Little Red here, and we'll run home together with Big Blue and the baler and get things fixed up, and then we could come back and bale some more later on. We'll talk to y'all later. Well, that don't look too good. Actually, let me correct myself. That looks freaking awesome if we get something from it. On the downside, we got a bunch of freaking oats that still needs to get baled. I threw the freaking clutch discs into the new PTO from the old PTO. I hope they work. I tightened them up a little tighter than what the old ones were, or the ones on the new PTO, I should say. CP's giving me the evil eye. What?
No, it's not evil eye, it's scary eye.
Scary eye. So, we're on our way back. Sorry I didn't video any of that clutch disc replacement in the baler, but I wanted to get the son of a gun fixed fast and get the hell back going as fast as we could because of that cloud that's coming behind us, right? Try and get as many bales made up as we can. And so now we're heading back out the, what is it, 8 miles?
Something like that, yeah.
8-9 miles one way. Now we're heading back out there. Just running through town, screw the stop sign. Yeah, we're just, whoa, bouncy, bouncy. We're just running through town here. To get to the field from our place, the fastest way is to go right through town. So anyway, we'll bring you guys back when we get to the field, and let's all cross our fingers and hope that this sucker works. Talk to you then. Alrighty guys, well, it's pushing the 8:30, 9 o'clock button here. We're back up and running. Our quick fix seems to be working. As long as I don't flip a friggin' belt, and in my case, I flipped friggin' 2 of them, like, both at the exact same time. He jammed the friggin' drive roller and kind of smoked the friggin' clutch that I just put in, the son of a bitch. My own darn fault. But anyway, it's still working good. And in conjunction to that, when I popped 2 collars off of 1 roller, and yeah, so we're running the roller with no collars. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem. If the belts are all equally the same, it should roll along just fine. How many bales have we made? Well, I don't know. We're about to start tying one, but I'm at 80 right now. We started at 69 and here's 81. So, and yeah, we did see a swamp donkey here not too long ago too. Just backing up to kick this bale out, stick it way the heck over here out of the way for when, because some of the swaths in front of us over here, they start going back and forth. So just giving CP all kinds of friggin' room so she can work back and forth. Anyway, we're gonna keep baling. We'll talk later. There we go. Hi guys. How do you like this cupcake? A little sizzly.
You want some more?
She's a little warm.
I have more. You want it?
I do too. I got a whole jug full.
You want it?
I gotta open this. Here. Let that go. So, yeah, she's, and this is what this is for. That's why I carry jugs of water, because I find better than any fire extinguisher on a baler, a water fire extinguisher is the best. If you can get the fucking lid open fast enough. Here, babe. Get over here. First time I've ever had to change that bearing out. Anyway, it's pushing the midnight button. We've made roughly 115, 120 bales, something like that. I'm not 100% sure exactly how many. I'll have to take another look at the bale count. But that's how many we've made in this field. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Bales, 117. Plus 67 at the other neighbor's place. So we're pushing 200 bales for today. That's not so bad. Anyway, gonna let y'all go for the night. Talk to you guys later.